Who's that lady? Sexy, beautiful, real deadly lady. That's Duststorm, baby. Yeah. Welcome, fellow Decepticons. Duststorm in the house, turning heads and then knocking them off. My favorite Decepticon right now. The Interceptor, the sassy ghost face gorilla Duststorm. Oh yeah. And look at her little doom buggy form. She is so cute. Let's go over her weapons right now, and during the gameplay we will talk about her equipment. First of all, in her doom buggy form, I believe that's a doom buggy, we have rockets. And there is no S-Tech on the rockets, but there's a pretty long range on the rockets, which make them very good. Combining with the afterburner, I guess I will talk about this equipment for the vehicle right now. The next rocket hit will apply a shield damage over time. Really nice. A dot, or damage over time. Let's go ahead and look at what makes Duststorm so deadly. And also, we will provide some tips and tricks as we go along with her. Her number one, the blaster rifle. It's got a pretty good range, and then it's got 3s on both shield and health damage. This applies omni damage. And the S-Tech on the blaster rifle will detonate at the target's current position and damage nearby enemies. Her pistols. She doesn't have one, but she's got 2. All sassy fembots have 2 pistols. That's what makes them so deadly. Also, the ability to shoot an immobilized target makes them even deadlier, and the pistol's S-Tech will stun the target in place. This also applies omni damage. And of course, if you want to go all the way with Duststorm, you gotta pick up the sniper rifle with the very long range shield damage. This S-Tech will hurt nearby enemies or their allies, which would be the Autobots' allies, and it will also hurt the shield of your target. So let's go ahead and jump into some more in-depth details about Duststorm here. And she is really strong. And I'm talking borderline OP. I cannot figure out if Duststorm or Catapult is more OP. If I had to choose one or the other, I'm sure one would get really jealous and just shoot me right between the optics. So, I mean, look at this. The graph speaks for itself. Offense self, group offense, and utility group. Just very high graph over in that area. She is kind of challenging to play. I don't agree with this difficulty being easy to play, because you can get swamped if you are playing her and you're not really comfortable with her, and then you will instantly die because she is rather squishy. Let's go ahead and take a look at her resprays. She can rock the purple and the sand color. She can also do the mud and the sand color. And I got her with the blue and the white. You can also buy some for her. She's got a green and a gray. She's got a yellow and a gray. And she's got a purple and a green. So that is Duststorm so far. Let's go ahead and look at her tuning. And I'm not exactly too sure about how I want to build her just yet. I do know that focus is really good for her, so maybe I could put more focus in there. Focus is just like critical hit chance. And also I have some omni damage, and also I like to use the sniper a lot, so I got some shield damage on her as well. So I might mess around with that a little bit with like more focus here and there, because you could really just score some crits and then take down your target really fast. Like almost instantly fast. And for her power cores, put on anything offensive wise with critical hit. I feel like that's the best way to rock Duststorm. So let's jump into the action and get dirty with Duststorm. Alright, here we are getting our hands dirty with Duststorm. We are on a team with Flatline, Rampart, and Drive-By. A very good combo for Duststorm. Maybe a Conduit would have helped her out a little bit more. But overall, a very competitive game. It was fairly long, so I did start a little bit under halfway through it. And I will cut out some slow parts because the Autobots do tend to back off, and we also tend to back off and kind of heal after a while, and there's like some standoffs in there that just last forever with really nothing going on because of how close the game is. And a few things about the weapons that I did want to mention about their S-Techs before I jump into the equipment are with that number 1 weapon, that blaster rifle. That is best to use when you're kind of around a group of people because that will affect anyone in there firing that S-Tech. It has a big AoE. And then, of course, the pistol's pretty self-explanatory. You can just kind of stop a target in its tracks with the stun. And the sniper rifle, it's good to use the S-Tech when their shield is low so that it will hurt the surrounding enemies. I kind of messed that up a little bit during the description, I've realized. Anyways, let's jump into her equipment. Her number 4, the projectile accelerator. This increases the acceleration and the velocity of projectiles fired from all of Duststorm's weapons, increasing their damage dealing at close range. Very excellent for Duststorm. Her number 5 is the ammunition bridge. This connects Duststorm's morale circuits to the pistol and blaster rifle reloading systems, speeding up ammunition replacements. So if you are in a fight to the death and you notice that you are overheating your weapons, use your number 5. And I believe the number 4 is pretty obvious. It just increases your damage. So anytime you're going in for the kill, put that on. And number 6, the Shockwave Rounds. This forges her sniper rifle's ammunition with increased shock force. The next sniper shot has a chance to knock down the enemy. This is very good for initiating a team fight. You can really focus a target, knock him down, and get a couple shots in on him. Very deadly combo with the sniper rifle. Also, it can be used if you're quick enough with the sniper to get away and knock down your target. I think I used that a couple times during this gameplay to get away. You gotta be really fast on the trigger though for that to work. And her subsystem is the life force capture. When Duststorm takes an enemy offline, their energies are rerouted into her systems to administer repairs. So, as she kills, she gets stronger. As in stronger, she gets healthier. So it's like she eats a big bowl of Energon Wheaties nom, 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 every time she destroys an Autobot and she receives repairs. I can just see her on the cover of Energon Wheaties. So sweet, but yet deadly. Yes, of course, Duststorm. And as you can see here, I did zoom out a little bit with my mouse wheel. I use my S-Tech quite a bit with her if I can. And you constantly do want to be using S-Techs because remember, you do get them back. And notice I do not have much fear coming in here because I am communicating with my teammates throughout this match. And you don't always want to be so crazy because you can get killed really, really fast with Duststorm if you don't position yourself correctly and use your environment to your advantage. Or if you just don't finish off the kill to get that subsystem repair. Also, one really good tip I can give with Duststorm is to initiate a battle with your team. Use your number 6, knock a target down, hit another shot with your sniper rifle, but don't stay back there far away from your target. Quickly get up close, use your number 4, and then blast them with your blaster and your shotguns, and you will just annihilate that Autobot in a split second. He will not even know what hit him, and if you don't annihilate him, if he's got teammates around, chances are he has to retreat, so that's one less Autobot you have to deal with. And speaking of the knockdown, that knockdown feels like it lasts an eternity if you are on the Autobot side. And you may think I'm over-exaggerating, but the knockdown does last a long time, which in turn makes that Autobot almost helpless just laying there. It's almost like you asked that Autobot out on a date, you dated him for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden you're like, just kidding, and you ripped his heart out, and he just lays there helplessly as you blast him in the face. And of course, more dating and marriage jokes to come, because that's what happens when I play a fembot. Okay, moving on. Where do you even go from there? I guess you can go with the girl-on-girl action, which we have right now. Catapult versus Duststorm, and she gets away. I do manage to get in 2 sniper shots after the knockdown. See how strong that is? It lasts for a very, very long time. And here, I find myself walking into, I think, a little bit of a trap by chasing her. You don't always want to be in the front line with Duststorm. As you can see, 2 Autobots waiting to say hello to my pretty little face. And I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to try and get away and come back to my teammates. Well, actually, I have no fear. Flatline is here, and Showdown, you are all alone. Maybe not. Is this the Autobot's definition of speed dating? Because I don't like it. So, I'm going to retreat and think about what I have done before with my life. Was it right to date that Autobot for such a long time and then rip his heart out? Where am I to go from now on? I mean, the dating world is tough right now. You can result to online dating. You could get catfished. Who knows, right? Then all of a sudden you find yourself in a relationship with a Sharkthercon. You got 3 little toddlers and you're living on the planet of junk. I dare to be stupid, but not that stupid. Well, I guess I should just stick to war, because that's what Duststorm knows best. And what she does best is destroy Autobots, so you want to play off of your team and the environment. You want to use that to your advantage, be sneaky with her, and get out with your life if you can. You lose your health really, really fast. If you notice you're the target, get out of there, loop around, come back and fight behind your teammates. Because if they cannot target you, you are the #1 player on that map according to damage, and you are gonna destroy. If you are playing against a Duststorm or a Catapult, you have to try and focus her at least to get her out of the battle. Not necessarily kill her all the time, but she needs to get out of the battle, and a smart Duststorm or Catapult will leave the battle and then still fight from a distance with that sniper rifle. With her, you are never out of the fight. You have to remember that no matter how low your spark gets. Always stick with it. Be a strong, beautiful woman. Stick with it. And you will be successful. You will be the breadwinner of the family. The Energon breadwinner of the family. And then you could say to your husband, who is the Sharkthercon, we're getting out of Junkion and we're going to Kaon. And you know what? These little toddlers, they're not even yours. I really like the mailman. Ha 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 ha. And then see what he does. Ooh, he would get real mad. He'd storm around, but then he'd realize he doesn't have anywhere else to go, so he packs his bags for Kaon. Expensive. And let's not talk about economics. Well, it is kind of fitting because economics can be cruel. You can lose your money with the wrong investment. And if you invest in the wrong target when there is a Duststorm on the playing field, you may pay with your life because she will shred you. She has to be your focus, and you have to take down the other Autobots as quick as possible. Now, Duststorm, I feel, counters Catapult quite well with that knockdown. But on the other side, if you are playing as Overclock, he does counter Catapult pretty well. Just reflect the damage back, and if she sticks around and fights, you will destroy her pretty quick if she doesn't use her equipment in the proper order. You have to either be patient when fighting against the Duststorm and wait for her to use her equipment, especially her knockdown and her increase in damage, and then swarm her, or you have to be organized with your team and all swarm her at the exact same time and use everything you have on her and make sure you confirm the kill. So that's kind of the other side of the spectrum, how to play against a Duststorm. And that kind of fits in here because knowing her weaknesses also makes you understand what her strengths are. So on the other side, stand behind your teammates, let your teammates force out all the equipment uses of the Autobot side, and then strike for yourself with your damage booster up close and personal, and you will be very successful. So we did manage to pull in front here by 4 kills. It was a very, very tight game up until a few minutes ago, or a few seconds ago in this video. I didn't show a section of the video. I did cut out about 3 minutes because there was like a huge standoff for 3 minutes. And Duststorm has the ability to turn around a game. If you are patient with her and allow your teammates to set you up a little bit, you don't always need to set up because you have a knockdown and a stun with her, so she can kind of set up her own kills if a target is just out there by himself as a lone wolf. but if you allow your teammates to kind of set up some kills for you, you can get a lot of kills really, really fast and really change the game for the Decepticon side. I feel like she is a little bit better at locking down her target versus Catapult, but Catapult on the other side can shoot right through the shield if you play her correctly and destroy a target really, really quickly. Although Duststorm, with a team around her, feels like a better team player in my opinion. And that's weird to say, a Decepticon a better team player, but she is willing to do whatever to get that divorce with that Sharktacon finalized. I mean, it is tough to get a good lawyer up there. I mean, what are you gonna do? Hire the contestants? I mean, you can't do that. They're pretty busy. Who knows what one head's gonna say on the other? And I gotta stop ranting like that. But it is a pretty long video, so I guess I can touch on the environment a little bit. During this video, or during most of this video, I did cut out a lot of it. You will have seen me jump around buildings, quickly hop in, get a sniper shot if I can, or just jump over the top of the building with my blaster and use my environment to my advantage. I want to be really sneaky because if I can get a shot on the target that I want, and the target that you usually want with Duststorm is in the back line, usually an overclock or a catapult. You want to take them out very fast. Although, if you do put everything you have into a thicker, tankier target, it really isn't too much of a problem just yet with Duststorm because she just punishes Autobots very, very quickly. Although, on the other side, if you do attack a tanky target and fail, you are probably going down because you are going to get immobilized and then they are going to focus you and you are going to die in the blink of an eye. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this Duststorm video. Let me know in the comments below who you want to see next for some tips and some tricks on Transformers Universe. Also, if you haven't signed up yet, there is a link in the description below. Sign up through that link and become my recruit. And lastly, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesomeness. Booyah. I'll see you guys all next time. Lay it down one more time for me, Mungry. And that's our sexy, beautiful, lovely Duststorm baby. Yeah! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe for more. Also, click the screen for more awesome videos over at BroBras. Have a great day.